pain in the arse being the youngest of 5 siblings. Apart from certain circumstances, like harvesting body parts. My sister Helen won a unique competition to see which of my siblings could get closely involved in my personal life. And her prize? She got to give me one of her kidneys. I had what can only be described as a very bad day. I ended up in my local A&E department, and the doctors wanted to know why my blood pressure was sky high. What happened next was somewhere between speed dating and the worst job interview ever. How old are you? How much do you weigh? What's your cholesterol like? Have you been masturbating furiously today? Have you taken cocaine in the last 24 hours? Has a member of your family ever caught you masturbating? Which one hasn't? Anyway, the interview went badly. The only vacancy I was offered was Bay 4, bed 21. When I was diagnosed with chronic kidney failure, the senior physician told me 3 things. That I probably wouldn't die, that it probably wasn't worth any kind of biopsy to see if my kidneys could be saved, that I would probably start dialysis that afternoon. I remember thinking that probably, to me, is a word I hear in Carlsberg Lager commercials, not anything to do with my medical health. Anyway, after a couple of months of dialysis, one of the nurses came up to me, smiled and said, "I think you're ready for a fistula." And I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So a fistula is something where they fuse your arm and your vein because they can put needles in, and it's the best way to give someone dialysis. And I found out fairly quickly that different nurses have different levels of sensitivity when it comes to inserting needles. One particular male nurse was called Joe the Butcher. And he was about as sensitive as a child rifling through a Cadbury's chocolate stocking on Christmas morning. Once I asked Joe, "How about, Joe, for today, just as a little treat for me, you find a jousting lance and took a fucking run up at my arm?" Joe started to insert the needle into my arm, and I winced with pain, and he said, "I could put a blindfold on next time if you like." Brilliant. Pin the tail on the donkey and I'm the donkey. Bear with me a second. There are some advantages to life on dialysis. You get to watch 20 hours a week of the TV that you want to watch, and your partner gets to do the same, which is a real treat. It's very good for weight loss. Dr. Barbara will publicly berate you if you ever put anyone on weight, and when you're hooked up to a dialysis machine, there really is nowhere to hide from that bollocking. Excuse me, I've lost my place. My mother once made the admission that Helen, who's sister number 2, was the only planned child out of 5 of us. The chosen one, if you like. And it turned out, my family's been massively supportive during my kidney journey. And both my other sisters, they both offered to donate. But it turned out that Helen was not only the chosen one in mum and dad's eyes, but the chosen one kidney-wise. And it turned out she was a perfect match for me. And it made me wonder that actually, with one of Helen's kidneys inside me, would mum and dad love me anymore? Anyway, it's cold. It's flu jab season at the minute, ladies and gents. And guess who's got to jump to the front of the queue? Because now I am classed as clinically vulnerable, so I get to go in early with all the countdown crew and the coffin dodgers, which is fantastic. I went to my GP surgery the other day, and I saw a group of people, 40 or 50, men and women, shuffling around the place. And I thought, that looks like a bunch of extras for a film about the murders of Dr. Harold Shipman. So I knew I was in the right place. Anyway, I hope this brief journey into the world of kidney has been interesting. And if it hasn't, and you want to come to confront me later on, then that's fine, but please don't hit me. Because you'd actually be hitting Helen and me, and you never hit a woman. I've been Peter Mayne. Enjoy the rest of the show.